Nithyananda, a global safe zone network. To us, it means Abayam, Saba, Yute, Bio, a safe refuge for all living beings, an executive order declared by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. He himself have lived as a refuge. He felt the silence. He felt what it's like to be without a country. So out of that, instead of saying, oh, something happened to me and my suffering, he declared, I will help every single being to live without fear, to live in peace, to be with food, education, things that every being on this planet should have. But unfortunately, that is not happening today. There are still millions of people displaced throughout the world. There are still people living in poverty. Come on, this is 2026. We cannot sit by, we cannot sit down and just read in the newspaper and think that there is some other organization, someone else who's going to do this, to resolve this international crisis. That one being is the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Nithyananda Paramashiva. Guaranteed we will find a solution to these crises. We will help providing food through our diplomatic missions and monasteries. The initiative proposes humanitarian assistance, Gurukul education. I have witnessed how these young children are just fabulous, how they've grown up into these beautiful, and I don't know if beautiful is the word, but it can be one word, how these children have grown into magnificent beings who are doing so much for humanity. They themselves haven't been trained by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. We have community support. Will be Dharma-based governance. Wow, that would be wonderful. Dharma-based governance. Freedom of religion and belief. Organic agriculture, and rebuilding the forest to what they once were. We've cut down the trees. We've done a lot of destruction on the planet, and this is interfering with a lot of the great benefits we should be having here. We sometimes need to ask ourselves, is our life going to be spent like this? We need to be asking questions so that each and every person could be living without fear. Why do we have poverty? Why are we living? Some places, even in the West, can you imagine? Live paycheck to paycheck. And this is not the way we should be living at all. We could be living in a beautiful refuge that Swamiji will provide for every being. We will have psychological support, community-based programs centered on belonging and emotional restoration. Administration grounded in Dharma with protection of the vulnerable populations as the primary metric of governance. Freedom of religion, guaranteed protection of spiritual practice. So you're going to have wonderful things here, and I'd like every one of you, to go and look for it on Kailasa.org or eCitizen. Take a look, find out how you too could come to a Kailasa-based refuge. And please, we'd like you to share this with anyone, with people who will find this helpful. This includes people living in poverty, people who are displaced, people who have any other issue where they feel not protected and not safe. Swamiji, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, he states, I make this vow before all, as the living embodiment of Paramashiva, Kailasa shall serve as a permanent refuge for every persecuted being. And please share this information with people who will find this helpful. Please share it to everyone. This will become a pure world upon the earth of the planet, where all beings are cared for and loved. Bless everyone. Nithyananda.